What's up, YouTube? Brian here with Team D-Boyz Infinity. Today I realized the ban list just came out, so I feel kind of bad because 4 cards in this deck are not even playable anymore. But I do want to show y'all what I was toying around with, and it is legal for another 9 days, I believe. Yeah, today's the 21st, so 9 days. So if you have a regional qualifier this weekend, go ahead and take a look at this list. Tweak it how you might. Um, because I don't know, it's not. I don't think it's perfect, honestly. I didn't do too well with it at my locals this past weekend, but I did okay. I didn't do as well as I thought I would have because the deck is really broken. It has a lot of draw power and sets up like a really broken board while like thinning your deck by like 20 cards. That's why I call it like Kieran Turbo because you're usually seeing that card like turn one. It's crazy, but yeah, Kieran is no longer with us, but anyway, the deck didn't do too well, but I opened really unplayable hands. Like I last week was just awful. It was literally the worst week ever, and that extended into locals on Saturday. I literally opened like a handful of like Metalfoes spells and traps, like 2 games in a row, and I was like, I don't know how this is possible. Like I think I opened like one Metal Foe and then like 3 Metal Foe spells and traps and then like Fusion Substitute or something. So it was like really bad. But I'm running the Lunalight combo. Obviously, I think it's really good. You have no room in your extra deck because of it, so that kind of sucks. You don't have a lot of versatility, but I geared it to just make this play turn one and just to like go off. Because once you go off, your opponent usually can't win when you have like Kieran Dryden, Alcahest. You have like a 18 card deck, so whatever you draw into is probably going to be really strong. And you should usually be able to stun them on the second turn and then kill them on the third turn. So, yeah, it's not too big of a deal. I did play Raid Raptors this weekend and I got creamed, not surprisingly. I didn't draw into my out to Ultimate Falcon, and there's none in the main deck, so I knew I was gonna lose game one. He won the die roll and was able to just like set up the Ultimate Falcon. I was like, I'm done. And he had like the big Utopia guy that's like a shock master. So like, yeah, it's lacking a lot of versatility. But I tried to squeeze the deck down to a small size. It came out to be 41 cards. So anyway, without further ado, I'll get into the profile. And then I'd like to take a couple minutes after the deck profile to just kind of talk about the channel and me going forward in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! For the next couple months. But anyway, let's get into the deck profile first. So, for the monsters, we're still running the 3 gold driver, 3 silvered. I apologize about the glare. I'm filming in a different location. So I'm downstairs in the living room, so the light's a little brighter. 3 Vol Flame, 3 Steelin, and still 3 Bismugear. Nothing much to say about those, the typical scales. 3 Bumbuku and 1 Kieran. Up until next week, if you're playing a Metalfoes deck, you have to play these cards. Now you can't. So, RIP, I really like this card. It's one of my favorite cards, but it's definitely, I would say it's the strongest card in the game right now, and so it was definitely time for it to go. Probably well overdue, but and then 3 Archfiend Eccentric, really good in this deck, especially because it's a level 3 for Invoker, but back row removal, and then the combo play, like everyone knows about it by now. And then the namesake of the deck himself, 3 Baobaboon. Really good card. I was excited to play this deck, and now I'm like not sure what I want to do with it anymore, if he's even going to be in it. But I mean, the deck lost a lot of weight, so I'm excited going forward to fill in all those slots and like be creative with deck building again, because a lot of the slots in this deck were kind of like auto. So I don't know how I feel about Baobaboon anymore either, but yeah, the like with this wrap you're going to 2, like I know when Leica comes out next set, like you can bring back the Ram and then pop him to bring back the Rat. So like there's still like a combo there with with the Rapier play, but I don't know how that works so well in this deck. I mean, you can pop the Ram easily, but the interesting thing will be getting it onto the field. Like, you'll like it back, but like, it's gonna be weird sending it to the graveyard unless you don't open Rapier as a normal summon, or if you have to open Rapier as a normal summon. So it's kind of awkward, but I don't know. The card's really good though. I was really excited when they leaked it coming out early because this card's like kind of a godsend for the deck. Like being able to fix your bad hands with like all the like Metalfoes spells and traps that are just like terrible and you don't want to see them. So the card's really good, and for that I might still play it and play like Mech Whipped Engineer or something, like some other good rank 3. Maybe Invoker if like this version of the deck's still alive. I have to test. Like obviously this is very new, so the ban list. So I don't know. The 3 wrap here. I cut the Whiptail from the deck just for space, like, and I didn't want a lot of like dead draws either. But yeah, just the 3 wrap here is fine to get into the Dryden play, like to get the Dryden on board and get all the draws and stuff. And then the targets for Broad Bull, I had the Dragoons of Draconia, and the Lunar Light Black Sheep for the fusion substitute play. And then the last one of monster is the Rescue Rabbit, because this card's still really good. If you open it, you can go into the Invoker instantly, but it can also make like Break Sword as well as like any of your fusion plays. And then the last monsters are the Double Maxi, obviously staple. I feel like 1 is probably still going to get played now that it's at 1, but only time will tell. We'll see how the metagame shapes up. So I didn't talk about. I have my spells out. I didn't talk about YCS Atlanta last week in the Cosmo video I posted. I was supposed to play, but I had class on Saturday morning, so I couldn't go. So I showed up at the event later to support my teammate who was there. I saw a lot of people at the event. But the coolest thing was I got this signed by Billy Break, if you can see. I ran into him in between rounds, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll sign your Metalfoes Fusion. But he's such a nice guy. But anyway, so I decided to throw it in the profile to show it to you because I didn't mention it last week. But it's pretty cool. And then obviously the Full Metalfoes Fusion and the Fusion Substitute for our fusion spells, and then the 2 search spells, which would be Painful Decision and Summoner's Art. Just blank cards to get the scales. That's all they really are. I honestly could have cut 1 to make it a 40 card deck, but I don't know. The traps are also simple. 1 combo, 1 counter, and Emptiness. Saki. BS crap. It's gone now. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, got some new tokens to go with my D-Boyz. We got for the fusions, 1 Orcalc. I really want this card to get printed in Super. I thought Kieran was going to be a Super before they banned it, but they went ahead and just did it. I want this card to be a Super because it's like the only good Metalfoes fusion monster that you play that's not foil. Like these 2, the Mithriliums. Extra deck space is tight, so 2 is fine. 1 Adamante. A lot of decks, a lot of builds don't auto run it, but I think it's just still good as like a beater with one of your like random weaker monsters. It's not a Pendulum or a Metalfoe. And then the 1 Alcahest, so you can recycle off Mithrilium, so you don't need more than 1. And then the last fusion is the Norden for the Black Sheep play. For the rest of the extra deck, for the Xyz, we have the 1 Trident, 2 Broad Bull. You have to play 2 to get the combo off. And then the 1 Tiger Mortar and the 1 Borbo for the Zodiac Engine. And then also for the play, you have the 2 Emeralds as your last 2 rank 4s. And then for the rank 3s, Invoker and Break Sword. So that rounds out the deck. So let me know what you think of it. I guess, I mean, it's not really legal anymore, so whatever. But I'll surely have an update for you guys later on, I promise. But or at least I'm gonna try. But the one thing I want to talk about with the channel is like we've been growing a lot, exponentially, really, in the last couple months, and so I'm really happy about that. But I have been going through a lot of just crap recently in my personal life, especially like medical stuff. It's still the same thing that was plaguing me over the summer when I kind of disappeared for a couple months. And I don't know. I've been really stressed out by it and school, and I just there may be a diminishing of content on this channel, and I apologize for that in advance. But y'all are gonna have to understand, like, if it's too stressful or too much work, or I just need a break. Like, I can't post stuff all the time. Like, I was excited to try out some new stuff, and honestly, I was kind of bored with the game too, with the format. But with the new ban list, like, it kind of shakes it up. Like, my creativity is kind of reinvigorated to do some creative deck building. So I haven't come completely to a decision now. Like, this is kind of weighing me back towards, like, stay in the game for a little bit. But I may be taking a hiatus as well. I'm not sure. I'm still weighing that decision because I really do enjoy this game. But it may be time for me to take a little bit of a break. But y'all will notice that the content drops off. That's where I am. I want to try and stay and, like, fight through this and be there for you guys to post good content as well as enjoy the game because I do love the game so much. But I'm still not sure. I just kind of wanted to let y'all, like, put that out there and let y'all know, like, if I do kind of just disappear, like, I promise I will be back by August because I am excited for the new mechanic and Code of the Duelist, and a lot of the stuff looks really interesting. So I will be back by the next set, or the first Link set when Links come out, because I'm really excited about that. So if I do disappear, no, I will be back at that point in time for sure. I do know that. But yeah, I'm still weighing my decisions on what I really want to do with this game. So I don't know. I really don't know at this point what I want to do. So that's essentially all I wanted to tell y'all. So just stick with me through it. I promise I will be there for you guys. If I do disappear, it won't be for long. It'll only be a couple months. But if not, continue to enjoy the content that I'm bringing you. Let me know what other things you want to see on the channel. I do want to try doing some different stuff, but so let me know also down below what you think, or what you think about Metalfoes going forward. I think the deck's still really good. Obviously, Paleos I think are still a threat, like probably the biggest threat now. But I think Zoo is honestly going to be dead for a month. I don't think we're going to hear from it for a while, or it's going to be a lot less heard from and dominant than it has been for another month until we get Leica. And then I think the deck's going to be really strong again. We're going to have to look out for it. Imperial Order's crazy as well. Like, that card's broken, and I don't know, like, it's a lot weaker, but it's still really good. But so yeah, like, I don't know how that is, how the rest of the format. Oops, I just kicked the camera. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think Zoo's gonna be gone for a while, but I think this deck is still kind of viable, and I already have some ideas for it. So, but let me know what you guys think about Metalfoes in general and Baobaboon. What you guys think about it? Anything else you want to see on the channel? I'm thinking about updating Cosmos again with another, like, a demise list, but like I played last format. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Leave any comments with suggestions, questions, concerns, whatever you have. Just tell me, let me know. And please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And thank you for watching.